I'm Naima Latif, and if you're watching this, that means you're one of the 4.6 billion people from around the world who are using an electronic device to talk to people. In these times, people are using the internet to talk to everybody: friends, neighbors, family members, co workers. People are on their cell phones and computers all day long. Now, if you're in business, that is great news. That means you can sell your products and services all day long and never have to leave your home. All you need is a media connection, somebody to connect you to an audience. And that's why I'm talking to you today. We produce programs, and our audience members are people who shop. They buy clothes, food, beauty supplies, cleaning supplies, home repair, transportation services, child care services. Whatever you're selling, they need to buy it. We're your media connection. Just follow this link, and tomorrow you can sit back and relax at home while your business is making you money.
And we are live here on the Female Solution Global Radio TV show. I'm Naima Latif, and we'll shortly be joined by Zoe Ma. And if you're listening online and want to join this conversation, you can give us a call, 515-605-9325, and press 1 when you're ready to speak. And we will gladly open your mic and get your thoughts. This is an opportunity for you to learn all about how to be an independent business person. And we want to encourage you, those who are listening and have been considering ways that they can earn an additional income without having to trade time for money. That's what people have been doing, trading time for money, and it doesn't always work out where your time is valued. And so we're looking forward. We're looking forward to giving you an opportunity to do something different and to experience the success of controlling your own income. This is what all of us have the opportunity to do. And if you are a person who is having difficulties financially, then you want to consider another way. Blog Talk Radio. Please enter your host pin when finished. Press the pound key. To start your show now, press 1 to hear. It appears that the host has already dialed into this show. Only one host is allowed per show. Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye. And of course, if you are listening online and you want to participate in this conversation, we urge you to call in. And we are now joined by our host, Zoe Ma. And we want to welcome Zoe.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yes, this is such a joy to talk to you today because so many people have expressed interest in being an entrepreneur, and they need to understand the ways to make that happen. So, for those who have been listening on Blog Talk Radio, we want to give them a chance to press 1 and let it be known that they have a thought that they'd like to share. We've got callers on the line. And of course, we are now with our host, Zoe Ma, international businesswoman. And this is uh, quite a treat because you've just recently returned from China not too long ago and saw quite a bit of commerce going on. And we talked about the fact that everybody has some kind of product that they're able to sell, which gives them another income besides just the 9 to 5 job. So, what is it that you think people here need to do to get more into that merchant spirit so that they can have an additional income besides their job or profession, something that they can do without having to physically be present? Like when you're selling online, you don't have to be there, you just have a product. What are some of the things that people can do to get that type of thing started?
With today, first of all, marketing, a trade is almost as old as human history. The first dynasty in China, actually, it's called trade, is about almost 2,500 years ago. So trade is coming, with civilization. People, it's just in human spirit. Everybody have something that someone else also need, so you barter trade. That's even I think that actually the Chinese currency actually evolved 2,500 years ago using a shell as currency. So it's coming with our human nature. We have things to share, and sometimes when we share, we could also get a little bit profit from it, and that become trade. Um, and with today's technology, actually, your business is only a click away. It's so easy to set up your website or your social media on your phone. Um, like so many of us have TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. um, those are also the ways to help you to market your product. So it's so very easy, and of course through, if you don't want to you want to try something with simple, you can just go to recommend and give a referral to through our website. You get a referral fee. That's help you to just get started. But um, it's the technology evolved to the point that even teenagers can have an account and start talk about a product that you love about. um, and how to select a product. Just see what you or your friends or your family member need. The best products is the one actually address the need of yourself, your friend, or your family. um, so now the weather is changing, and so it's getting cold. I think last week I was talking about this little feet warmer. Now it just come in handy. When I was talking about this last week, I was still in Florida, in Orlando, so I didn't really appreciate it as much. But as soon as I got back to Chicago, those things come so handy. Um, with the snow on the ground, I just came back, dropped out my son, and I can see the snow accumulation now on my car rooftops. Luckily, it's not on the road, which is great. But my fingers feel cold, and my toes feel cold. So what I did, I just plugged this in to the outlet, and then they lit up. And if my finger feels so cold, I just hold like this way, have my finger just really warm. And then I think yesterday I put this one inside of my socks underneath my feet, and I can just feel the warmth. Um, Actually, the other day I actually bought a pair of socks, which is supposed to be warmer socks, and I plugged it in. It didn't work as marvelously as this ones. Um, and it's not very hot. Sometimes you want something like, oh, instantly to be very, very hot. But then what you're talking about, your fingers and your feet. You don't want to burn yourself. So this one, they're just enough very cuddly warmth that help you to warm your whole body from your feet to your fingers. So I kind of really highly recommend it. So the reason I picked this one is because I know in the winter time, my feet get cold, and I don't have anything to make my feet warm besides just some socks, and those don't work as good. You you can put layers on your body, but you can't put layers on your feet. How many pair of socks can you wear, right? And in the inside the house, you don't want to put so many shoes either. So there's no layers for your feet. But
Right.
what you can do is put a little cuddly, like little feet shoes, warmer in your socks. And that's what I did yesterday. It really warmed. And
Right.
also, it's good to give your feet a little massage. I was just like, it's really nice. But I think the great way is find a product that actually can meet the needs, address the daily needs of you. So I think my approach is, if you like the product, I'm sure that someone else will also feel the same, and that's your customer, your friends and family. You just ask your friends and family what you observe. I love to observe. I'm a sociologist by training, so I love to observe, and I
Yes.
also have an empathy. Say, oh, if they feel this way, oh, I can help. So then all you need is to find a product to say, this product can help you. Help myself.
Absolutely. Well, that's one of the things that people have to do is look at what is seasonal, what's going to be popular. You know that if it's cold outside, people are going to be looking for things to keep them warm. If it's hot outside, people are going to be looking for things to keep them cool. If it's rainy outside, people are going to be looking for things to keep them dry. So it's so easy to come up with a product that's timely. And one of the things, there's a lot of people that, they sell socks during the wintertime. Well, if you're going to get a good deal on wintertime wear, then the best time to buy it is at the end of the season when the stores and wholesalers and everybody are looking to get rid of things because the season is about to change. You
Yeah, and that's I always shop like that too.
know
For the stores.
that yes, that
Um,
will make a difficult thing for people who are trying to uh, get things when it is at the height of the season. You don't go and get a pair of boots right when it snows, because that's when it's going to be the most expensive. So you want to, if you're going to get things wholesale and get them so that you make money off of selling them, you get them when they're at the lowest price. And that's how a business person thinks. So we definitely want to encourage people, if you're looking at ways to make money off of the seasonal changes, think of how to invest in something before the time when it's needed. You can get it at a lower price, and then when you get ready to sell it, of course, then you're going to make the money because there's a demand. And that's, sometimes people don't think about that, but business is all about planning ahead. What's going to be needed, and what are people going to be demanding? How do you get it before it's needed, get it at a low price, and then be ready to sell it when people are asking for it? So that's
yeah,
what you
it's
do.
a
With these
strategy.
foot warmers, this is perfect timing to present them, because people who have to stand outside. If you have a job where you have to stand outside for a while, you're going to get cold feet. The feet are the first thing, so that you want to have somewhere where you can put these in your shoes, get in and plug it in, warm them up. It makes all the difference in the world. So
Oh yeah.
definitely a great product. And we urge people to go to the website and place your order. And it is definitely worth it, especially if you're one of those people that have to be outside waiting on a bus, or if you have to be outside during construction work, a lot of it's still going on, or if you're somebody who's got to be outside, whether it's directing traffic or whatever the situation is.
Yeah, this is like so portable,
yes.
You know, very portable. You can put it in your, in your backpack with you, purse with you.
Yes.
And then you can bring to your office.
Definitely.
You bring to your office, and then plug in your, you can use it home from and in your office.
An invention that is helpful. And here's the website there. Go to www.thefemalesolution.com/products, and you can place your order. And
okay, I think it's something. It's my computer has a problem. Okay, and let me.
So we want to make sure that we give those who are listening online a chance to call in, and we're going to take a quick break, and we want you to stick and stay. Don't stray away. We'll be back in just a moment, so stay with us.
Hi, I'm Naima Latif, and if you're watching this, that means you're one of the 4.6 billion people from around the world who are using an electronic device to talk to people. In these times, people are using the internet to talk to everybody. Friends, neighbors, family members, co-workers. People are on their cell phones and computers all day long. Now, if you're in business, that is great news. That means you can sell your products and services all day long and never have to leave your home. All you need is a media connection, somebody to connect you to an audience. And that's why I'm talking to you today. We produce programs, and our audience members are people who shop. They buy clothes, food, beauty supplies, cleaning supplies, home repair, transportation services, child care services. Whatever you're selling, they need to buy it. We're your media connection. Just follow this link, and tomorrow you can sit back and relax at home while your business is making you money.
Hi, I'm Barbara.
I'm Cheryl.
And I'm Naima. We're three Black moms.
And in case you didn't notice the resemblance, we're also three sisters.
We're going to be coming to you every week, sharing our successes and our mistakes as we navigate our lives as moms, wives, sisters, daughters, and of course, Black women in today's world.
We'll talk about it all: race, politics, religion, economics, culture, and we'll take a look at everything from whether or not to use corporal punishment to how do you teach your children about sex.
Look for our upcoming book, Growing Up Charles. It's a personal story about our lives growing up in Maple Park on Chicago's South Side. I'm Barbara.
I'm Cheryl.
And I'm Naima. We're three Black moms. Follow us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Three Black Moms.
We are here with Zoe Ma, who is giving us an opportunity to become an entrepreneur. We'll be introducing products every week, and you can go to the Female Solution online, www.thefemalesolution.com/products, and order. And yes, we're back with Zoe. And yes, we can hear you now.
Yeah,
Great,
my
great.
little computer just kind of have a little issue, but anyway, I think the purpose of us being at this channel as like a solution, female solution, is it's more like how we can make impact in our own life as well as our community. We see what's happening around our community, that people are struggling with going, minimum wage jobs. I was telling my another friend of mine, I think in America is actually people penalize, the government penalize taking minimum wage jobs. You have to pay taxes, but I was in Orlando with my a couple from China. They just immigrant to America. The reason they immigrant is they have money to burn. I just want the reason, I always so in awe, not only them, but actually the people like them, because they were not even high school dropouts when they were starting working. They were middle school dropout.
Wow.
And they were not from the big cities with a lot of resources. They were from like back, back in the woods area of China, but they become, they have a really little education, but they have the spirit to the mindset they want to make a life for themselves. So this couple from like a farmland of China, very, very remote, not too remote, but quite remote from any big cities. And they just started a business for themselves about 30 years ago. And today, without high school education, not even finished middle school, they are millionaires. They spend $500,000 immigrating to the United States. They have, another couple $1 million as net worth. And if they can become successful, so can you. You don't need a college education, a master degrees like me to become a self-made millionaires. You just have to believe yourself. And then when you work minimum jobs, your taxes are taken out, and your cost of doing your job is not credited. But when you be your own boss, being your own business, the cost of doing business is actually credited. So all your profit can be deducted. Your cost can be deducted from your profits. For example, the car you use to meet your customers, that expense will be taken out. And your phone you reaching to your customers, the internet service you use to market your product, your home office, all of those can be deducted from expenses. That actually can keep more money to yourself rather than pay to Uncle Sam. Well, you have to be very smart. You have to be as smart as Trump. He's a billionaire. He only one time he paid $750 in federal tax. You can do better than Trump.
Yes, you
we
can.
all have to learn how Trump become millionaires by not paying taxes.
510 West Tempe Boulevard.
So, even you have 9-to-5 jobs,
Miles, take
you can still have the part-time job, like online business that can help you if you suffer loss, a lot of time, you know, at the beginning, you may lose some little bit, but you know what? You probably can get deducted from get it back from the tax you pay with your first job. So the 9 to 5 jobs, if you feel you pay too much tax, think about another line, you know. And also, you know, you never know when your boss. One time I told my brother about 20 years ago, and because I think that was the first time I don't know, but I told him, for you have the job you are having now, it's a chance. The more certainty is that you will not have the job that you are having now. You may not like your boss, you quit. Your boss may not like you, they fire you. Or the economy is bad, the whole company is bankrupt or closed, you're out of jobs. So it's your job is temporary, but your business, as long as you work hard on it, can be forever. Can be 60, 70, 90 years old. You can work in the day. Nobody's gonna fire you if you don't fire yourself.
That's right. And you know, that's the thing people realize once they start a business, you can never be fired.
Yeah.
You will always be employed, and you'll always be the boss. So, you know, what would keep a person from giving themselves a raise, giving themselves a promotion? By going into business. That's the best way to get a promotion. If you've been working at a place and you think they don't recognize your talents and they're not willing to give you that title that you've earned, that's a sign. Maybe it's time to step away and work for yourself. And we've got some comments here, and Regina, thank you for joining us this morning. Yes, my dear sister, we appreciate you so much. Yes, we are live, and Viata, our Friday and Sunday host, says, Grand Rising Sisters, thanks for giving great advice to assist our growth. Yes, that is what we're all about to do. And Viata, feel free to join us. I sent you the link. Yes, we are really excited in being able to encourage people to go ahead and step out on faith and belief in yourself. It's not as hard as you think. All these people who develop these big corporations, they don't have anything that anybody else had. The same flesh and blood, the same brains. They don't have anything that any of us has other than the drive to do it and the belief that they could. So all of us can develop the same thing.
Yeah, I think, you know, when I was in Turkey, you know, I was in the Grand Bazaar. I see, you know, 10-year-old selling tea. If a 10 years old, a Turkish boy can start his business selling tea, we all can do that. So it's not some rocket science. Like I said, trade is as old as civilization. We come with it. We all come with it. It's only today's technology, you know, it's the industrialization that brainwash us into believing we can only work for some masters, your employer. No, we don't. We are our own masters.
Right. Absolutely. We are our own masters. And let's see. JH says salam. Of course, help if you wrote it in English. Good thing I read Arabic.
Oh, I want to learn Arabic. I'm going to Egypt to learn Arabic.
Yes, we appreciate you so very much for watching. Yes, absolutely. And Zelda says, teach Master Zoe. Yes, our Monday morning mindfulness host. We had a great time with the children yesterday at the Betty Shabazz International Charter School, teaching them podcasting. And we're going to be offering our podcasting class online. You'll be able to sign up and learn how to do what we do and learn how to sell your product and service online using your podcast. You'll also learn how to get your message out using a method that is now becoming so globally accepted and really took off during the pandemic. And it makes earning money so much easier. People are using their devices to talk to everybody. So we're going to show you how, and we're going to put that class online, and you'll be able to sign on up and for a real affordable price be able to start launching your international career. So we want to help everybody in all the ways we can. And the children were just magnificent yesterday. And they interviewed Viata, another businesswoman, and she was able to share her health business as a life coach and a yoga instructor. So they're excited because they can see the possibilities and they can see that their future isn't limited. So this is such a wonderful time to be alive and
Yeah, and that's how you get freedom.
yes.
It's a freedom because I watch a YouTuber, African American living in Egypt. And then how this brother's doing that? He said, you know what? I have an online, retail business. So he's living in Egypt. So
Yeah.
yeah, when you have an online business, you can be wherever you want to be. You don't have to be stuck with one place because you have to go to your employer's place of business. Your business is your phone, your iPad, your tablet.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's all. You don't need a storefront. You just keep, people are connected digitally now. So you can sell digitally.
That's right.
Tell them what you're doing. Say hi. People nowadays, they are not connected anymore. And they are isolated. They are depressed. Why? Because they are not connected. They do not say hi anymore. But this is a way to keep connected with your friends and family and expand your sphere of influence. Tell them the good news. You have a product that can help make their life easier.
That's right.
Like keep their winter keep them warm in the winter, keep them cool in the summer. You have you have a product make their life easier. Tell them that's the good news. And you know what? They I think it's I was laughing. I was watching that the Sheldon show about this brother selling a little souvenir of within snowflake to Texans. But you know what? At the beginning, everybody rejected. But the one guy, he said, you know what? I remember when I was little, I was living in the north and with the snow. But this thing remind me of my childhood. So he bought two. So you never know. You have some product actually resonate with them. And you can make sales that way. You bring joy to their life when you sell the things they need. Then like evoke those memory in their life, the happiness in their life. I think that the bestseller marketer is the one that actually you feel you are making you bring joy to their life, make their life easier and happier.
Absolutely. And if you're on our switchboard right now and you've got a comment, just press 1. If you're on the Blog Talk switchboard, of course, we want to hear from you. So 512-538. If you've got a question or comment, just press 1. And if you are watching us live, of course, you can write in your comments on our YouTube and Facebook channel. That's go to The Female Solution on Facebook or The Female Solution on YouTube. And we are live. And Zelda, our Monday morning mindfulness host, says sign up for podcast training so you can be a master like Zoe Ma. Sign up at higherlearningnetwork.org/resources. This is a time for us to stay connected. Like Zoe says, we can stay connected through our cell phones, our iPads, our laptops. Just all day long, and you never even have to leave your home. So the pandemic really helped us to grow in ways nobody expected would happen. And like Zoe says, you can have a global business and never pay rent on a big office suite like that. That used to be the way you had to do. You had to, get some big office downtown, and that's how you did business. Now you can do business from your from your bedroom in your pajamas, and many people are doing that right now. But the thing is to have a product that people need and offer it to them, and make it possible for them to get it and for you to get paid. And because everything is so instant and electronic, it doesn't take much. So whatever our product is, whatever our service is, we need to first of all set it up so people can pay you. Make it easy for people to pay you. People can pay online. Whether it's PayPal or Zelle. Yeah, thank you very much. Whether it's Zelle, PayPal, or Cash App, or Venmo, have all the systems set up and be able to get paid for whatever you do. In a moment, I'm going to tell you. Of course, you all have seen that I am in the car. I'm not the one driving, of course. That would be quite dangerous.
Yeah.
But of course, we are on our way to an exciting event, and we'll be covering it live on our YouTube channel, and it will be live on our on-air network page, and of course on the Media Connection TV. And you will see our First Lady, Jill Biden, championing the cause of health care for those who are getting into their senior years. And all of us, if you live long enough, you're going to get there. And so the First Lady, she is gracing our great city of Chicago today. Along with, I'm sorry, what was it? Along with Holly Berry. Oh, well, yeah. And the star, of course, everybody wants to hear from is Halle Berry, who has been known to champion the cause of women's health. So we'll be there. Our great media team, of course, myself and the wonderful John L. Alexander, global photographer and extraordinary communicator, and all those great things. But right now, he's keeping us safe on the road while we remind people of the opportunity that they have to participate in this new economy. And Zelda says, make it a family affair so whole families can be entrepreneurs too. Now, that is the thing that people need to be able to do, is get their family involved. We want to take another quick break. And when we come back, Zoe, we like to talk about how you can get your children involved in helping you to sell. If you have a product and you have children, how you can encourage them to be a part of the business so that they can actually see themselves making money. So we'll talk about
Absolutely.
that. Absolutely. We're going to take one quick break and be right back. So stick and stay. Don't stray away. We'll be back in a moment. So stay.
Hi, I'm Naima Latif. And if you're watching this, that means you're one of the 4.6 billion people from around the world who are using an electronic device to talk to people. In these times, people are using the internet to talk to everybody. Friends, neighbors, family members, co-workers. People are on their cell phones and computers all day long. Now, if you're in business, that is great news. That means you can sell your products and services all day long and never have to leave your home. All you need is a media connection, somebody to connect you to an audience. And that's why I'm talking to you today. We produce programs, and our audience members are people who shop. They buy clothes, food, beauty supplies, cleaning supplies, home repair, transportation services, child care services. Whatever you're selling, they need to buy it. We're your media connection. Just follow this link, and tomorrow you can sit back and relax at home while your business is making you money.
All day in the And we are back. We are listening and watching the Female Solution Global Radio TV show. And so, there's a lot of things that people can do to earn a living. And I've seen people maybe they start out, they bake cookies, and then it grew to they got a bakery, and I've seen them have their children maybe working in the bakery, and then maybe even selling the cookies to their friends, and next thing you know, they become popular. So a lot of times we have things that we can involve our children, and we don't know the benefits. There are so many benefits to being in business, and even having your children participate in the process, whether they're your sales and marketing people or whatever. But young people have really mastered this social media, and a lot of older people who have been around in business, if you just ask your children, they'll show you how to get on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, all of the social media platforms. You can be constantly advertising. So Zoe, how would you advise people to encourage their children to participate in their entrepreneurship and help the business grow?
Well, we buy a lot of things for our kids. So
Yeah.
at the beginning of a year, I would suggest to ask your kids, what's your wish list for this year? Okay. So when you have the wish list, then you tell the kids, now you have to raise money to buy those things on your wish list. Find the product and then sell to your friends and family. That's a good training. Instead, you always finance, you work like second job, third job for your kids. You have no time to be with your children. And then no matter how much money you spend on them, they are not satisfied because you don't spend time with them. Children need the time with their parents more than the toy.
Yes.
So the best way to build the family ties is to help them, be with them, to sell this product, raise money to buy the product on their wish list, bucket list, whatever you call it. So we train them from very little, 5, 6 years old above. As long as they can go around and meet, has friends and family, tell them, they say, this year is, I would like to have this one, this product, this toy, or a pair of Nike shoes or whatever things you want to do for,
You're gonna get some needed
for Christmas. All right. It's good to have a kid to set a goal in life. So the first thing to train them is this year, what kind of things you want to have for Christmas or birthday. So those are 2 bucket lists. First, the birthday wish list. Second is the Christmas, gift. Have them write down and then help them to raise with them and to support them throughout the process. This way, you spend time with your kids, your children, and they really feel that you really care. And then teach them to be, entrepreneurs when they're little. And we, as adults, we can find the product. There's many products that we can source. Anything from Amazon. Like the kids can look at Amazon and check the product available, and then you want to find the source rather than buy from Amazon. Amazon expensive. They, they just shipped me some product that some subscription that I used to have from Amazon, and then I feel like I can buy it cheaper in Target than have it from Amazon. Why I want to have it from Amazon? Because Amazon get most of the product from Amazon are more expensive than, we can find something 20-30% cheaper than Amazon. So you can find the product. They're all, almost, I would say 80 or 90% of product on Amazon are made in China. So why don't you source it from China directly and then sell, by your kids, help your kids to sell those products to raise money to finance his life or her life. The clothes they want to buy, make you money. Set a goal like, okay, how much you want to how much money you want to raise for this month for things you need, because a lot of kids when they grow older, especially become a teens, they need allowance. Have them to earn their own allowance. Not everyone in the world, every children in the world, the parents has extra money to give the kids as allowance. I don't get right now. I don't give my son allowance. He had to go to work at the Panda Express to earn his own allowance. So, but for the children who are not working age, like 16 and under, they can't find a job. Nobody hire them, child labor, but they can be their own boss, entrepreneurs that raise the money then for their allowance. That teach them, how to manage their money, how to be resourceful, make a living in the right way rather than, run into law that actually have, consequence for the rest of their life. I will feel there's many ways we can help train our kids to be entrepreneurs, and we don't have to take all the burden on ourselves to finance their lifestyle. We have to teach our kids to be responsible when they're even from their little. I think the Boy Scout or Girl Scout cookies is a great way to teach kids. Now we don't make cookies. Cookies, I don't know, is always healthy, but we can have merchandise that the kids can sell to raise the funds for their school. If they want to go on vacation or they go on a trip, you also can do the fundraising. So that's the best way to get it get the kid trained with this mindset that
Right.
they can earn on their own and they for their life.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. Well, I think that is excellent advice. Now, we have several products that we have shared with you all, and we have shared uh we've shared the foot warmers, and we've also shared the toilet seat covers, the tiny warmers, and just $9.99. And we want you to take a look at also the travel bag. You can go to www.thefemalesolution.com/products. So if you can take a moment and some of the things that you've seen, because you've seen some of the products that are offered at a very reasonable cost in China, some of them solar products, and we'll be talking more about some of the solar products that we want to bring to America. Some of the other things that you've seen, gadgets and so forth. Give us a few minutes of maybe some of the products that are possible that people could get involved in marketing, bringing to Chicago, like you said, bringing your own, being your own Amazon, and being the buyer directly from the manufacturer. And
I didn't get anything. I just went to the bathroom.
Okay. And giving us a chance to actually bring some new items here to America. So give us a bit of some of the things that you saw when you're in your recent international business trip to China that people might be interested in.
Well, actually, I'm just about to remodel my house, and I find that this very product that has the effect of I needed my kitchen need to make it over before I sell my house. So I was looking for product that actually make it look beautiful without break the bank. I remember a couple of years ago, I sold a little condo, and all we did is put a backsplash in the kitchen, and that really and also we changed the countertop, update the countertop. Those two things, for like very small condo, that increased the price by 10%. So then I went back to look for same product. At the beginning, it was not available in Home Depot anymore, and also those are real kind of make a stone glass. It was quite expensive. Now I find out an alternative with the same effect to put on the my kitchen backsplash that I ordered here, and it looks so beautiful. So I think I actually, in the next few episodes, I want to introduce, just show you what I did with my kitchen with the product. There's the things I put on the backsplash, and then the things I put on the countertop, make it like marble countertop, and then the floor too. It look like a marble floor, but they are more like wallpapers. So it's like in a pill and then stick, and it looks so beautiful. But I will show you. So there's the technology can make things so affordable now. It's because those products are almost like a 3D printing. So even though yesterday I checked at Home Depot, those tile still very, very expensive. And then when you hire labor, it's labor intensive too. But with this kind of a 3D printing paper, it's the cost is so much less. But I want to hold that off to give you a surprise later. We will let you see the before and after makeover of my kitchen. But so I think a lot of time we need to get out of our comfort zone.
Yes.
And then start traveling around the world, and you will be inspired.
Yes.
Every country they offer something that you can bring back to your home country to share with your friends and family. Make your life and other people's life easier, and then full of fun and joy.
Yes.
Because a lot of time, we are actually exposed to things that only selected by other people.
Yes.
Echo chambers. We need to break out our echo chambers. We need to go out to the another country. Go to China now. It's very the easy. I heard they just changed the visa procedures. Basically, it's very easy to get a visa to visit China. And then recently, there's actually after the China was open a year ago, so many people actually visit China, and then they were all surprised. Like right now, every country is having inflation, and then the only country do not have inflation is China. So that means you can buy products really inexpensively, and you can import product very inexpensively to United States. We,
Yeah.
to me, right now I'm just make a promise to myself. I'm not supporting. I'm boycotting the inflation, because
That's
inflation is man-made, and it's just taking more money from our pocket. So right
absolutely.
now
Yeah.
I shop everything, not even from Amazon. I shop everything from China now,
Well, that's
and I
smart.
can't stop it. I cannot stop shopping now.
Well, that's smart. We've got somebody joining us now who's preparing her grandchildren to be new entrepreneurs. And we want to say, welcome to uh, the Female Solution. And let me take myself out. And tell us a bit about your activities, Viata, with your grand.
Oh, Grand Rising. I'm trying to stay warm here. Thank you, Zoe, for sharing all your wisdom and knowledge. And I have a 7-year-old and a 9-year-old grandchild, and I'm constantly giving them options for their life, career choices, and so forth. And I talk about you, Zoe, all the time, because I told them we have a beautiful woman who had joined us on Female Solution, and how she is an entrepreneur and she encourages young people to start their own business. So I want to know, Zoe, from you, what kind of advice would you give a 7 and 9-year-old? I want them to meet you one day. And I would ask you, what kind of advice would you give a 7-year-old and a 9-year-old about being an entrepreneur?
Well, I think, we have to, we tell them that if they can, they don't have to depend on mothers and for the money they want to buy some small toys. They can actually, we used to have our kids to sell lemonade, right, to raise the money, raise the funds, then so they have a freedom. They when they make their own money, like when I tell my son, I'm not gonna buy you Xbox. You have to buy on your own. I don't have that money. You tell the kids, do you want money, mama, to go out work and without time with you, so buy you a toy, or mom can stay with you, help you to raise the money together and buy the toy. So they have a choice. Kids love to spend time with their parents. So it's a kind of really parent and kids time. And they say, this way, you want to have a freedom, because mom do not have the money for everything, because we need to have other needs to be met at the house. But if you have something you really want, raise your own fund, that you have a freedom to spend it the way you want. And the kids want to do that, so they don't have bag. That's your piggy bank. Do you want to have a big piggy bank for yourself that you can buy the things you need? Then build your piggy bank.
Do you think they should be paid to do the chores around the house, like dusting or vacuuming or straightening, making their bed, or do you think that should be something they do without being paid?
I think well, making their bed for their own bed, that should be not paid. But clean the house, the common area, if they are doing things for others, they should be compensated. It's their job to keep their room tidy, make their bed. That's what they're supposed to do. But if they are helping the parent to keep the house clean, cook for the parents, or things like that, yeah, I think maybe there's a negotiation. If they are too young, throw out the trash once a week. those things can do. I think that's a great way. That's much easier to do. But as they grow older, like 7-year-old, we have to teach them the concept of money and how to the finance. How to use the money wisely to save. It's almost like the same test with 2-year-olds. If they want to eat a chocolate in front of them right away, or wait a little bit. I think when the 7-year-old, we can just say, now you're actually selling either Girl Scout cookies or some other products that actually much healthier, that raise the money, put in their piggy bank. How you want to spend it? Do you want to spend it just squandered on things that do not last very long, or maybe just a one-time pleasure and then gone? Or they want to invest something they really can use for a long time. So I think that's good training for kids growing up, after they are, school age.
Yes, thank you, Zoe. I'm going to give them that advice. They're visiting today and tomorrow. I want to share experience with my new bag that I purchased from you. Ah,
So how did you like it during the trip?
I have not used it yet, but I am so excited to use it in my next trip. My trip to Atlanta, I needed a bag on wheels.
Oh,
And I didn't realize I could have taken this bag to bring back all the shoes and the clothes that my sister gave me. But I didn't think this bag was going to be big enough. So guess what?
yeah.
I want to promote this bag. And what happened was my sister gave me one of her bags that I could have used this bag for it because it expands.
Exactly.
I've gotten a lot more in this bag than I did in her bag because I could have, and I checked the bag. This bag I would not take with me to as a carry-on because I need wheels. I just need wheels. But if you have, I recommend highly this bag if you're going on a trip and you're going to bring back more things with you than you took on the trip, because I want to just show people how beautiful this bag is. When you unzip it, okay, so I love the idea that this is a overnight bag here. It's an overnight bag, and I can take a few items for like on a car. I love the idea that this is a good bag to take in the car because you just put it in the car. You don't need wheels because you're going to just go from the house to the car. And it has pocket, it has room for the phone, it has room to latch onto another bag. And I like the idea that there's a pouch on the inside. I always want to have some smaller pouch on the inside. So there's a huge pouch on the inside, a zippered pouch on the inside. But most of all, I was so impressed. I started unzipping this bag and I'm thought, oh my goodness, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And I just kept unzipping and unzipping. And then there was another zipper and another zipper. And the next thing I knew, I was like, oh my goodness, it's twice the size now. Look at that.
Yeah, it's twice as large.
So this is what I love about this bag is that it can be a bag. You can fold it. I know what I was thinking, Zoe. I could have folded this bag up into my bag that I took on the plane. I could have folded it up. And then when I got to my sister, I had to help her clean out 3 closets of shoes and clothes. She lives all by herself in a 3-bedroom house. With every closet in her house is stuffed with clothes and shoes. And I should have taken this bag and put it in with my luggage. And then when I got to her house, I could have filled this bag up and brought and checked this bag on the plane back. And I wouldn't have had to carry it with me as a carry-on but I would have had plenty of room to bring back all the shoes and clothes that she give away. So I want to just put a plug in for your bag. It's just, and I want to let everyone know it got here in I think it was less than 7 days. I got the bag, so it arrived before I left. And the color, the material is really nice. It's a strong, waterproof material. There's just so much I love about this bag that I'm really glad that you were promoting it, and I want everybody to think about purchasing this. And it was only what, $19.99.
Yeah, 1999.
And I'm just so impressed with this bag that I wanted to promote.
I think you may also miss one point. You have a luggage with the wheels, right? With the handle, right? The handle.
That I think when you think about how quickly if you travel a lot, and I travel a lot because I'm in a tiny house, 320 square feet. I'm semi-retired. I don't have a full-time job. I work Blog Talk Radio twice a week. I do other clients every now and then. I can afford now to travel more. So if you can afford to travel, you want to have a bag like this available for whatever trip, whether it's a car trip or airplane trip. This is to be a perfect bag to take with you, whether you're in the car or on a plane. Looking forward to it. Go ahead.
Yeah, that bag works also well with your luggage on wheels.
Yes.
You see the pouch in the bag?
Yes. This.
Okay, that actually can go through the handle, so it put on top of the luggage on wheels, so you don't have to carry on. So you have this one you can use as a personal on top of the carry-on.
Yes. Yes. The only thing about for me using it as a carry-on, when you go through TSA, I just get so stressed about having to put all these things on. I have to take my laptop out of my carry-on, put that in a bin, take your shoes off. You got to take, I just have decided when I'm going through TSA, I want as few things as possible.
True.
So it's a choice, though. At least you have a choice if you do want to have carry on. I love this idea that this goes right over your hand.
Yes.
And it makes it easier. But what makes it challenging is TSA. It's like you have to do all this unpacking for TSA, take your shoes off. And I usually don't go through the x-ray machine. I opt out of the x-ray machine. And so they have to pat me down, which I don't mind at all. I'm used to that. I told the woman, thank you for your massage. So polite. I'm going to do this. I'm going to go up your crouch now. I'm going to do this. And they're so very polite, but I just don't want to be x-rayed every time I travel. Mm-hmm. So that's why I prefer to opt out of the big x-ray machine. But then having this bag with you, again, it's easy to hook it onto your carry-on bag, or as I prefer, it can fold up into your bag in case you need a bigger bag coming back. And that's what we usually do when we travel. We need a bigger bag when we're coming back.
Yeah, this is more for the trip that you're gonna bring back a lot of souvenirs and presents, and unexpected. You don't need to buy another bag just for those things. So this one, because it's expandable, you will become twice as large.
In fact, the next time I go to my sister's, and I'll be making more frequent trips because she needs help, I'm going to take this bag instead of the bag that I brought with me, because the other bag is too big and bulky, and I can't fold the other bag like I can this one, because that's the beauty of this bag, is that it can fold into a smaller size bag to put inside your bag and then expand on the trip back. So I just love that.
You are a great salesman here, so you can actually sell the things that we on our Female Solution Network on your show.
Yes, yes.
And then I think the point is, I think every one of us can have some things to introduce to our friends and family and our viewers. And the more people know there are alternative to the corporate retailers in the United States. They dictate where we shop, what kind of product we have. We should, we can reject that. We boycott that. Especially now they are financing the war. Why we want to support that? We want peace. And I think today we have more choices now. We need to know we have a choice.
Yeah, I think that's a great point, Zoe. During this time of chaos, I look at what we're going through, not only in the Middle East, but in our planetary system. There seems to be a lot of chaos with the sun flares and the movement of the planets, and whatever we can do, especially on the Female Solution, to help people see the options. You know what? That's what I'm teaching my grandchildren, options.
Yes.
Mother insists that they have to go to college. They're 7 and 9 years old. And mother says, well, you're going to have to go to college if you want to live in my house, blah, 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 blah. Very controlling person. And I'm like, no, honey, let's talk about options. So in the morning when I go to sit with them when they're having breakfast, I have a bowl on the table, and I've either put an orange and avocado. My granddaughter likes to eat avocado. I said, these are your options this morning. Which one do you choose? So I'm starting to get them thinking about options. Not, I'm only going to offer you an orange this morning. And if you don't like the orange, it's too bad. That is what I see happening in our society, even that people think they have one choice. And
Yes.
that's college or get a job with a corporation. That's it. And we, with partnering with you, Zoe, we are going to not only help them have options about choices, how to take care of their body. I do that tomorrow morning on health and well-being with Diana, but how to make your life better, simpler. I heard you talking about your remodeling your house.
Yes.
And even that experience, I hope you'll share with people the do-it-yourself things. What are the things you can do yourself, things you can't, and how you can save money by hiring someone else or doing it yourself? Because I had to do a lot myself in this space, and it turned out that miracles showed up, angels showed up, and things happened. Even this insulation on my ceiling, I never even paid for it, because the people who installed it, it's supposed to be this new green ceiling insulation. They never came back to make the adjustments to the ceiling, and so they never asked for a payment. So it's been over a year now, and I never even paid for this. But the fact that I think I'm choosing options for this a greener, healthier place, then the angels started showing up and making it even less expensive for me. So I'm looking forward to your modeling experience. As far as how can I get some tips from you about doing it myself, even in my small space.
And I'm selling the house, so I need to be very professional. But what I can do to cut the cost is not to shop at Home Depot, Lowe's, or Menards, because those are retailers. They have a high profit margin, and I'm not supporting that. I think that as a consumer now, like you said, we have options. We have online stores. We have Tmall. We have just first check out Tmall what they have for things, and then you go from there. But like I said, look for when you are talking about the changing in the world, like in the global warming, it's real now for Chicago.
we have been so warm. Most of the days it's about freezing. This year is extremely warm. Of course, to me, I love it. I don't like too cold. I don't like to have a foot snow on the ground. But it's not natural for this one. That means the global warming or the irregular climate patterns affecting the world. And what we can do is to go green. Try to use less energy lighting. I'm actually buy some solar light actually to put around the house to reduce the the electricity consumption. I'm working with Naima now for a project with Wisconsin. We try to put like a solar roof. Do you have a solar on top of your tiny house, Virginia?
My house is connected to my son's house, which is 3-bedroom in terms of electric power. He has solar panels in his house.
Oh, good.
So whatever I use is being transferred over to his electric grid or whatever. And so his electric bill is something like $40. Then sometime during the summer, it went up to like, I don't know, 200. It was a big difference in the summer versus in the winter, and times where he didn't have his air unit. So it varies, but he does save a lot electric bill because he uses some type of back side of the house that collects energy and then sends it to Duke Energy. Then he gets a credit back from whatever excess that he has from solar panels. And I'm sure it has reduced his electricity.
Yeah. Well, maybe if you like to, just update your tiny home, and then I can send the product to you, and then you can try see how they make it. Like if you have a kitchen, I give you like backsplash, so you can put it on as you are remodeling your home, because I have to sell the house, so I don't want to. I want to look like more professional, but I think actually. You are going to live in a tiny home. I'm going to put my things in a tiny, I'm going to remodel a place over there in Wisconsin. I probably will show what I'm going to do. In terms of flooring, I will do that. I will DIY in that house over there.
Oh, you have a house in Wisconsin?
And not necessarily a house, but as I'm actually converting a project, to co-housing in Wisconsin, and then so I will, purchase one unit there, kind of just a shell. So I'm going to do it myself for as far as the finishing wise. So I will definitely. I think maybe. I was thinking in the summer, I'll be in Wisconsin doing that project.
It's a fun adventure to do it yourself, renovating, remodeling. I had a shed where I had my first tiny house out in a rural area. A friend bought a empty shed, and it had been occupied by some people who were drugs, and they had damaged the walls and all kind of damage. So he asked me to go in and say once it was empty, and I learned how to patch holes in walls. I learned how to take out old wood shelves that were nailed to the wall and to the floor. I learned so much by taking on this do-it-yourself project and in a small space. So that prepared me for this space here. That shed that I first renovated was probably maybe 8 by 8, by 8 by 10, say 8 by 10, really small. And just that experience gave me courage to take on a project that needed a lot of work, painting, wall repair, removing. I learned how, even in this place, I learned how to use a tool to remove hard surfaces out of the floor, out of the wall, and it gives you a lot of confidence
Mm.
that you can that you can make decisions about how to improve a space. I got so much confidence from even working this place and that place. But nothing else, confidence, courage, and a sense of pride of improving a space. And that's how I experienced this spot.
Yeah, so I think that I will definitely take on a project when I downsize my living space. So I will definitely share that in the summer when I embark on that project. But I think just now we are probably all in this age, kind of change of life. We want more freedom away from the trap of high living cost. When you go to places now, things, the price going up 50%. And I just feel like, is the wage being increased that much? No. And the rent is, going through the roof. And I really heard that people are working on minimum wage jobs. So I think that for us to teach people to spend their money wisely is to go find the options, use your options that do not pay the, sticker price at the big stores. Either you can buy things in the off season or buy it in, on the digital market rather than go to the big box. Because those big boxes are suffering because they have to pay high rent of the commercial space, and then they're gonna pass that cost to you. They pass on to every single item you buy, and so you are financing their high cost. But we can say no. It's right now in this world we have option to say no.
Right.
We have an option to say what kind of news we want to hear. We don't want to listen to the TV channels that put up those to us. We don't have to brainwash by that. We can find alternative media, and we can find alternative marketplace that we can shop. We are the master of our own finance. We are not dictated by them what we can buy, what we can shop, and what we can eat.
And in Florida, there's a housing crisis because insurance companies have increased their rate, some like 100%. My son's insurance went up almost more than 50%. So that he's paying over, I'm sure it's over 1,000, but I don't know how much, but he's paying a lot more just on insurance. So people who come to Florida are in shock when they buy a house and they find out how much their insurance is. So that's why I'm promoting tiny house living, especially my YouTube channel is Viata's Tiny House Village. And I started out doing videos with my friend LA, who does Blog Talk Radio about tiny house living as well. So I want to encourage your viewers to not only save money in the area of personal shopping, because your housing expense could go up. Like you said, that some things you have no control over. They're going to pass the cost on to the renter.
Yeah.
You. So it pays to save money when you need a bag to travel, because that money is going to enable people to just stay in their house or their rental place. And when the prices go up, when the costs go up, you're not going to have to move because your landowner increases your rent if you're saving money in other areas. So that's what we why Zoe is here to help us save money.
That was the thing.
Areas
In.
have control, right? We don't have control over it, but we have control over our mind. So I'm really grateful that Zoe is here to balance our life in the areas where we control.
Yeah, I'm much younger than you, but I decided to not to continue working in the standard in jobs because first of all, I feel like we need to give young people more chance to make a living. I'm done with supporting my child, and then so I want to downsize. So right now I'm doing the same as Veda, that I'm going to live in a small place too, but bigger than yours. But I'm creating this project almost what you said is we really don't need a 3-bedroom and a living room, a basement. We don't need that big space anymore. As single person, we just need one room. And so that's why I'm creating a co-housing project in the Wisconsin. That actually I've been working for this project for years with this building. Now I just feel like I was inspired when I was in Orlando with the project, and so I was thinking I'm going to do the same for people downsizing, seniors, retiring. They are selling their big homes, and they don't need to move into another homes, or they go into a rental property that their landlord is going to keep raising the rent. So if they they can buy a small, like 300 some feet 350 square feet unit as their room, and they are share this huge big living space,
Right.
and then they just pay like 2.6, I calculate 2.6% of the total cost.
Right.
And that, so you don't pay rent anymore. You just pay, share the electricity, some the property tax with almost 30 other people. Your cost is going to be so low.
Well,
and then that's where you part your things, and then you use the money, the money you save, travel around the world.
Yes, we are redefining the American dream, because the American dream is a 3-bedroom house with a 2-car garage and all this space. McMansions are market, people can't afford them anymore. So I think what we can partner to do is help people redefine the American dream. The American dream is sharing space with
Yes,
and reduce your costs, your expenses, so you can travel. How about that? And then we promote travel bags.
Yes, we travel and co-housing. So mine was like a co-housing project.
Yes. So we promote the bag with the downsizing. So this is what you're going to be doing more of.
Travel. Yeah, that's why I'm travel to Egypt, and that's why we save money for that.
Yes.
Travel around the world.
This goes with the package.
Yes, absolutely.
Now get on the road. Get out.
60 seconds.
So we got the plan, Naima. We got the plan.
Yes, we got a plan.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow on Health and Wellbeing with Beata.
Yes. Thank you, Beata.
Shalom.
Thank you, Naima.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm
Yes.
Hi, I'm Naima Latif, and if you're watching this, that means you're one of the 4.6 billion people from around the world who are using an electronic device to talk to people. In these times, people are using the internet to talk to everybody. Friends, neighbors, family members, co-workers. People are on their cell phones and computers all day long. Now, if you're in business, that is great news. That means you can sell your products and services all day long and never have to leave your home. All you need is a media connection, somebody to connect you to an audience. And that's why I'm talking to you today. We produce programs, and our audience members are people who shop. They buy clothes, food, beauty supplies, cleaning supplies, home repair, transportation services, child care services. Whatever you're selling, they need to buy it. We're your media connection. Just follow this link, and tomorrow you can sit back and relax at home while your business is making you money.